A warm welcome to everyone gathered here. On behalf of Panimalar Institute of Technology, Science and Humanities Department, I welcome you all for the 5 days faculty development program. Here with we have our Dean, Science and Humanities, Dr. Jasmine P. Vanilla ma'am, to deliver the welcome address. Welcome ma'am.
Thank you, sir. A very good evening to all. I extend a warm welcome to all the participants for the fourth day of the Faculty Development Program hosted by Humanities and Science Department of Panimala Institute of Technology. I welcome you all. I wholeheartedly welcome the speaker of today's session, Dr. P. Harini, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. Welcome, ma'am. Now, Mrs. Perlin, Department of English, will introduce the guest of today's webinar. Over to Mrs. Perlin.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Hi, good evening, one and all. I am Perlin from Panimalar Institute of Technology. It's my immense pleasure to introduce Dr. Harshini P., Associate Professor in the Department of English at Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, Adialampet Phase 2. She was the head of Documentation and Requirement Center at ARI, Advanced Research Institute, which is a premier wing of the university. She has presented, published a number of papers in Scopus and Web of Science, and edited and proofread a number of multidisciplinary theses, synopsis, and research papers for scholars in and around Tamil Nadu. She has been invited as chief guest in many programs to voice on the importance of language and communication skills. Her most recent talk was on translation from Indian literature, in which she spoke on the untranslated works of multilingual languages across India. Ma'am, we are very fortunate to have you, and please give us a pleasure of your company for the next 1 hour. Dear participants, now we are going to have the sparkling thoughts on creating an impact through writing skills, how and why. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Paul, ma'am. I hope I can start the session now.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay. So, good evening, everyone. So, I'm very happy to be connected here. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and fine. Okay. So, now I'm going to present on creating an impact through writing skills, how and why. Okay. So through my presentation, I'm going to show you what all the factors we need to consider when we are producing a written piece of article or whatever it is. Okay. So now I'll just share my screen. All the slides which I have given are very simple and easy to understand. Okay. So there need not be much explanation from my side. Considering the time factor also, we need to complete it soon, and at the end of the session you can definitely post questions for which I will answer. Okay, so before we start the session, let me start with a motivational video which you all will definitely like.
One day, as Chef David was cooking up something scrumptious for lunch, his daughter walked into the kitchen with something on her mind. "What's wrong?" the father asked.
"School is just so hard. Making friends is impossible. I don't think I'll ever make it through 4th grade."
Her dad smiled and took out 3 pots. He filled them with water and placed them on the fire. Once the 3 pots began to boil, he placed potatoes into one pot, eggs into the second pot, and poured coffee beans into the third pot.
"Dad, what are you doing?"
"Patience, sweetheart, patience." After 20 minutes, he took the potatoes out of the pot and placed them on a plate. He did the same with the eggs, and then he poured the coffee into a mug. "So, what do you see?"
"Potato, eggs, and coffee."
"Ah, look closer." The potatoes, the eggs, and the beans each faced the same adversity, boiling water. However, each one of them reacted differently. The potato went in strong, hard, and unrelenting, but in the boiling water became soft and weak. The egg was fragile, with the thin outer shell protecting its liquid interior until it was placed in the boiling water. Then it became hard. However, the coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the hot boiling water, They changed it and created something new. Which are you? He asked his daughter. When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? Are you a potato, an egg, or a coffee bean? In life, things happen around us, things happen to us. But what truly matters is what happens within us. Which one are you?
So I hope you all watched the video. So we'll all be subjected to a lot of adversity, but how we react to the situation is all matters. Okay, so I think I can remove my headset so that you can me well. I think I'm audible now clearly. Okay, so we all will be facing a lot of problems. So how we react and how we turn up unique is what the video is all about. We have to decide whether we are the potato or an egg or the coffee bean. So the coffee bean had unique powers to change even the water into something good, okay, which we all will like. Coffee everyone likes, right? So but the potato actually they were hard. When they were subjected to the boiling water, they turned soft. They couldn't take the adversity. Okay, so but the egg, they also turned hard. It's actually very soft, fragile, but it was able to change its color. That's strength to convert it to something hard. Okay, so this is how we have to react to certain situations, and we have to prove that we are unique. Okay, so now let me go for the presentation. Let me share my screen. So, creating an impact through writing skills, how and why. So, it's a beautiful quote from Robert M. Gornell. Writing goes from expression and is intended to communicate. Good writing develops from clear thinking. Okay, so writing maketh an exact man, said by Sir Francis Bacon, which you all know. Okay, so developing a skill in writing is not as difficult as people assume. Definitely, it is not a difficult thing at all. Okay, but certain dramatic improvements, when followed sincerely, can find a way towards better writing. Just you have to make some improvement sincerely. If you follow, definitely your writing will turn out to be extremely good. Okay, practice makes a better writer, and no doubt one is doing every day through emails, posts on social media, updating resume and LinkedIn profile, and messaging friends. So practice. You are doing it every day. Actually, you're sending email. You're putting posts on social media. You're updating your resume and LinkedIn profile. You're messaging friends. So many things we are doing. Unknowingly or knowingly, we are writing. In case of jobs, one does through reports, presentations, newsletters, and so on. In the job environment, you are doing actually through some report. I request the participants to kindly not to present so that
Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am. Dr. Usha Rani, several times we have informed you, and that is the reason why you have not been allowed inside. I am removing you for not cooperating with us. Sorry for the inconvenience. Ma'am, you can proceed now, ma'am. You can proceed now,
can I
ma'am.
present now?
Yeah, ma'am. You can proceed.
So so I'll share. Could you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. It is visible. You can proceed, ma'am. It's visible. Your screen is visible.
1 minute.
Now,
I think there is some disturbance because of this. Let me continue.
ma'am, you should pin once again. I
Request
request
the
all the part.
participants not to share the screen, please. Not to present anything because cause some disturbance. So, what makes writing difficult? For most people, learning to write fluently is in English is more challenging than learning to speak fluently. Why? This is because written communication is more formal. Rules of grammar need to be followed closely than in spoken English. When speaking, even if you make a mistake, you can smile away. But in writing, all you have are just words. With the words itself, you have to prove everything. Okay, you cannot adjust or you can't do anything. Just with words, you have to make the entire thing presentable. Okay, so when writing, you have to think about how you are going to convey to the intended audience. So you have to think how you are going to present to the audience. Okay, many people find it difficult to write due to inability in matching the concept. So how to map the sentences, how to use grammatical concepts, how to map everything together, that is where people lack. Okay, so if you follow the slides very carefully, you will know how to be very good writers. Okay, this will definitely guide you. Now, see, first we have to understand the sub-skills of writing. These are the sub-skills of writing. For clear, fluent, effective communication of ideas, we need to follow these sub-skills. The first one is syntax, sentence structure, sentence boundaries, stylistic choices, etc. Okay, for content, you have to follow relevance, clarity, originality, logic, etc. Then the writing process, you have to get ideas, you have to get started, write draft, then you have to revise, then you have to think about your audience, then you have to think about the purpose of your writing, then you have to think about word choice, how carefully you have to use word choice. See, when talking about word choice, I wish to recall a very interesting incident which we have to think. Okay, one student, he wanted to praise his teacher, and what he did was he wrote a small sentence in the paper and he folded it and he went and gave it to his teacher. When the teacher opened it, she was shocked by the way the student has written. The student has written, "Ma'am, you work hardly. You work hardly." Could you understand? "Ma'am, you work hardly. All the best." Something like that. So actually hardly normal changes the meaning itself. That means she doesn't work at all. Instead, the student should have written, "Ma'am, you work hard. All the best." So that is how we have to, we think that by using a lot of words, we think we have a rich vocabulary, but we have to think in so many ways how a small word would change the meaning entirely. Okay, so organization, we have to think about paragraph, then topic and support, cohesion and unity. Then mechanics, we have to think about handwriting, spelling, punctuation. No doubt handwriting is actually lost now because we are in a digital world. We type everything, we want to send everything through social media, through mails and everything. But still, handwriting is also very, very essential. Then grammar, rules for grammar, that is subject verb agreement, articles, pronouns, and all these we have to follow. So these are the sub skills of writing. These skills have to be followed definitely to make us better writers. Okay, so now let's go for the next slide. So grammar, spelling and punctuation. See, grammar, spelling and punctuation are the important features when it comes to writing. It makes the reader form an opinion about the writer in their mind based on the content and presentation. Based on your content, based on your presentation, it makes the reader form an impression about you. If there are errors relating to spelling, grammar, or punctuation, it would lead them to form a negative impression, even if the writer is highly knowledgeable. That is why I always used to tell my students, even if you have very good subject knowledge, if you are unable to present it well through proper writing, then it is of no use. The same thing applies to everyone. Okay. So it is at the discretion of the writer to check his content again and again before releasing his work. So we have to be very, very careful before we release our work. We have to check the contents again and again, whether we have put the words in the proper order and whether the flow of the writing is right. Everything we have to check, and then we have to release the work. Normally, people would depend on spelling and grammar errors that is shown in the system. If they are avid users of typing in the system, then they'll just see the highlighted word and they will change it accordingly. But please don't depend on that. Never depend on the spelling and grammar checkers, as many incorrect words would show the correct spelling. Okay, because sometimes there instead of there, we want to type there, but it will show there and it will not be highlighted. And automatically we will change it and it will change the meaning completely. Okay, then principal instead of principal, because there are two words, principal and principal. If we type it wrongly, that will not be highlighted, because according to the computer it is right. The spelling is right, so it won't be highlighted. So please don't depend on the spelling and grammar checkers. Okay, then as much as you take time to write, take time for editing and rechecking too. As much as you take your time to write, please take enough time for editing and rechecking too. A short break in between will help you to get fresh ideas and help notice mistakes clearly. If you want to have a break, please have a break for a short time, go and come again, maybe after 10 minutes or 15 minutes, because urgently if you send them, definitely it's going to become a problem. Okay, so I always don't postpone it to the last minute. If you want to present something, do it well in advance so that you can have enough time for editing and all that. Okay, a good writer, how much ever she is good in writing and confident about spellings and grammar, would always double check his homework or even give it to somebody to proof check, because 4 eyes are better than 2. Please remember that always. If you have a very close friend, please give it to them for proof checking. They will definitely notice. Even if you are tired of noticing the mistakes and spelling errors, your friends can automatically do it for you. So please depend on them. Okay, so you have to be very careful in grammar, spelling, and punctuation. Okay. Now, see, this common grammatical errors. Normally, people make mistakes in. You can see the graph. Determiners, that is a, and, the, this, that, these, those, all this. Okay, that's the first problem. And then preposition, using preposition in the wrong place, then wrong use of prepositions and all that. Then subject verb agreement. We know that the subject has to agree with the verb in number and person. So in that we make mistakes. We normally get confused where to use have, where to use was, where to use have, where to use is, where to use where. So all this is because of subject verb agreement. See, if I want to go prolonged, I can even take these grammar rules also, but my topic is restricted only to creating an impact in writing skills. So I'll just insert that itself. Okay. So then incorrect noun number, few, many, that, this and all, few, many, then that or this will come for incorrect noun number. And then verb tense shift, tense using wrong tense in the wrong place, then verb form. All these cause problem in grammar. So if you want to go through this carefully, you can always depend on grammar books, and you can even go for Google sites where you can clarify all your doubts. Excellent apps are available, excellent write-ups are available on this topic. You can study before you start writing. Okay. Then, see, first before we begin to write, we have to anticipate reader's question. Every writer should put himself in his reader's shoes before starting to write. Each and every writer should put himself in his reader's shoes before starting to write. Think well if the context would suit the audience, if it would satisfy them, and if the writing is clear and to the point. Okay, putting in the reader's shoes can help understand the purpose of writing and make it valuable enough. So before you write, you have to put yourself in the reader's shoes. How will the reader feel when he goes through your writing piece? Okay, so you have to think about all that before you start making an impact in your writing skills. Okay, then the most common problem which we all have is we try to over-explain things, which has to be avoided at any cost. Don't try to weed the writing process with unnecessary sentences. Okay, if the sentence is not necessary, please don't have it. Even if it looks beautiful, please don't have it. Organizing thoughts in advance can help keep things simple and brief to the point. Only when you are taking time in advance to write something, you can organize everything well, and you will be knowing where to use, what to use, and everything. Okay, so that will help you to keep things simple and brief to the point. The main idea is to make readers understand what is written instead of filling it up with unnecessary details. So the main idea of your writing should be to understand what is written instead of filling it up with unnecessary details. That's very, very important. We have to make readers understand what is actually written, but we should not be filling it up with unnecessary details. Okay, in case there are more sentences than needed, the writer should ask himself if such sentences are really essential. So in case there are more sentences, the writer should anticipate whether this kind of sentences are really necessary in the writing. If it is not necessary, please chop it off. Okay, don't try to include it in your writing. Okay, if it feels pointless, you should immediately get rid of it. If you feel that it is pointless, then you have to immediately get rid of it. Okay. Now, see, this is the writing process cycle. First, you have to invent what you are trying to write. Then you have to collect materials. Whatever the materials are essential for your invention, everything you have to collect and keep it ready. And then you have to organize your ideas and thoughts in a clear manner. And then you have to write the first draft. Okay. And then you have to revise, and then you have to edit. Okay. And then you have to go for the second draft. Okay. That is why we have been taught presence writing and all comprehension and all that in our school days. So because of this process only. Then second draft you have to go through. Then again you have to give the final edit. Then you have to release it to the audience. All these things have to be very, very carefully followed. That is the writing process cycle. First is invention, collection, organization, first draft, revising and editing, then second draft, final edits, invention. So all this will form the process of writing. Okay. Now, coming to the next part of the presentation, we all have the amazing ability to write. You can never say, no, I'm not at all skilled in writing. You all have it as faculty members, as students, as people belonging to the educational sector. We all will have the amazing ability to write. We have our own style and a different way of expressing ourselves. We definitely have our own style and a different way of expressing ourselves. Just like how speech varies from one person to another, writing also varies from one person to another. Nobody can write in the same way. See, if you are speaking, it will look different. If I am speaking, I will look different. So like speech, writing also differs from person to person. Each and everyone has their own style of writing. Okay, no one can write in the same way. Each has an own style. Okay. Words have the great power to unleash our hidden potential. Yes, definitely. Words have the great power to unleash our hidden potential. Speaking will fade, but writing will remain for life. Definitely, writing will remain throughout our life. Speaking will fade. All you need to become a good writer is to spend some time for it every day. Practice makes you perfect. Please understand, practice makes you perfect. All you need to become a good writer is to spend some time for it every day. Okay, only when you practice, you can become an amazing writer. Okay, you already have that skill. You just have to practice it, polish it to become very good writers. Okay. Now, why we need to write? Why do we need to write? The desire to write is universal. It's a universal habit to write. Okay, each has an own style of writing. Let it be anything: a story, article, poem, passion, beliefs, anything. Okay, when you sit to write, a new relationship forms between you and the blank page. When you sit to write, there is a new relationship between you and the blank page. You are putting all your thoughts into that page, and the page is going to absorb whatever you are writing. Write because it gives you joy, a secret doorway to let out your emotions and thoughts. Whatever you have in your mind, you just let it out in the paper. Okay, it gives you joy, a secret doorway, and you will definitely be pleased to see that you have such an amazing skill within you. Okay, I hope I'm audible. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible and you can proceed, ma'am.
If you wish to become a writer, be recognized, and have readers following you, then you should have a style that speaks. See, when you notice film personalities, each will have a different style, right? That is why you admire them. Like that, likewise, we should also have a style for ourselves. Okay, if you wish to become a writer, be recognized, and have readers following you, then you should have a style that speaks. Have a unique style, and if you still don't have, please develop one. The next step is to keep on writing till it becomes a regular habit and a part of your everyday work. By doing so, you can discover the amazing writer in you. Definitely, if you just have little enthusiasm, little bit of practice, definitely you can turn into amazing writers. You can produce wonderful pieces. Okay, infuse your personality into your writing. This is a wonderful piece of slide which I want to tell you. You see, your personality should shine in your writing. Letting personality shine through is the best way to develop a writing style. Use the phrases and slang that is normally used. You can use phrases, slang which is normally used, but keep it within limits. Okay, don't try to include a lot of phrases and slangs to make your writing boring. Okay, then when it is appropriate, throw in a relevant personal anecdote. If it's your own style, you have some maybe something personal to tell in the writing. That will be your own style. Okay, put it correctly, people will notice it. In all but the most formal or professional writing setting, be yourself when you write. Please don't imitate others. Okay, be yourself when you write. Okay, that will help you shine in your writing ability. Now, let us see how can the impact happen. How are we going to make ourselves noticeable? How are we going to become good writers? I could hear your question. Where should I start and how should I start? Now, buy a new notebook. Don't take an old one or half-filled one. And a brand new pen. Both don't cost much than the cinema tickets. This new pen and notebook is going to renew your writing skills and discover the wonderful writer in you. Start with an event that happened in a day. Let it be meeting your long-time friend or any exciting that happened during the day. Throughout the day, you would have something exciting to share, or you would have met your old friend, or you would have some experience to share. Just put everything in the notebook, whatever it is, okay? Start writing now. Recollect what happened in the meeting with your friend and what all you both shared with each other. Whatever you shared, you would have shared in Tamil, but try to translate or put it in English. Use very simple words, whatever comes in your mind. Use very, very simple words, whatever comes in your mind. Don't worry about grammatical mistakes. Even though grammar, spelling, and punctuation is very essential, let it not disrupt the flow of your writing. That is what I wanted to share here. Because if you are going to think about grammar mistakes, spellings, or punctuation, then you will lose interest in writing. So for time being, put that aside. Don't worry about that. Just write. Don't worry about grammatical mistakes in the process. Let mistakes occur. Nobody is perfect. Don't worry much about punctuations and spellings either. Just keep writing. In a cinema hall, whether you understand the dialogue or script, you just sit and watch patiently for 3 hours, right? The same way, hold your patience and keep writing. Recollect your childhood memories, how you wrote a story or article or poem when you were young, and how your parents and teachers praised you for your talent. Just think, definitely in your school or college days, you would have written something, your teacher or your parents would have definitely praised you for writing a beautiful poem. Think of all the positive things that you had and then be writing, okay? Stick with simple words. The best-selling author, John Grisham, said, there are 3 types of words. Words we know, words we should know, and words nobody knows. Forget those in the 3rd category and use restraint with those in the 2nd. There is a difference between having a rich vocabulary and dropping million-dollar words into your writing just to show off. Unless it is your intent to be poetic, keep your language simple and direct. Okay? Don't infuse too many words just because you want to show off. Definitely it won't. Okay? See this, instead of putting, I am certain, you can just use simple words like, I am sure. You, instead of putting are able to, you can put, I am sure you can deliver the quality of work we are looking for. Let's talk about it. Instead of discuss, you can say, let's talk about it in our meeting next week. So I have used very simple words. Maybe in future when you are writing, you can see that you use very simple words to make your writing beautiful. Okay? Actually, there are many people who can't understand because of high vocabulary. So you just have all of them in mind and see that you use very, very simple words. Okay? Have a focus. See, focus is very, very important in writing. If you have decided to write about a meeting with your long-time friend, your write-up should revolve around that alone. Normally, when writing, people will get diverted and then they will go on for some other topic and then they will infuse something else into that writing. Actually, it should be avoided. Okay? Have a focus. Your focus should revolve only around meeting your friend. No diversion or writing about something else. Okay? Once you have finished writing, read what you have written. Once you have completed your writing process, read. Read what you have written. If you feel something odd in the write-up, change it and put it in a better way. Read again. Now, you may notice some mistakes again, like punctuation, spelling. You may find it odd. Definitely you will find. Don't say, ma'am, I won't be able to find. You will definitely be able to find because we all have the intent to write. We all have the ability to recognize some mistakes. Okay? Take the help of dictionary to rectify the spelling errors. You always have a dictionary when you are writing. It will help you to rectify your spelling errors. Okay? If you have mobile, Maybe you can make use of your mobile to type the word, type synonym, and automatically lots of words with meanings will come. You can use that. Okay. Once you are done with your writing, close the notebook and never open it until the next day. Close the notebook for the day. Enough. Okay. Start writing for the next day on a fresh page of the same notebook. Next day, it should be a fresh page. Okay. Don't think about the previous day's writing. This time too, it can be anything like your experience for the day or anything interesting that happened on the particular day. This time also you can write about anything interesting that happened or your experience for the day. Okay. Again, focus only on the topic. Write in the same way as said for the first day without worrying much about errors. Once you are done, read once or twice and change whatever you want to change and close the notebook till the next day. Never fail to have a dictionary near you to help you with spelling or to find meanings of new words. Okay? Repeat this process every day. Every day you have to repeat this process. Spare just half an hour for the writing process. It can be before bedtime or early in the morning. You can write maybe before you go to bed, maybe half an hour you can spend for this writing process. Always have the notebook and pen near you. Immediately when you want to write something, take it, put the date, write it down, and then rectify, read. You have to read. Please remember, once you have completed your writing, don't forget to read it. Okay? If you read it, you will identify your errors. Okay? Then you can change it accordingly. Use collocation to enhance creative writing. See, we all want to become creative writers, so collocations will definitely help. Collocations are grouping of words to create same meaning. For example, heavy rain, extraordinarily beautiful, to take a risk, etc. We use collocation, heavy rain instead of big rain. See, you have to use the word which correctly matches, not just some other word. Okay? And strong rain to sound natural and a lot better English. Okay? So you have to see that it sounds good. Collocations can help in making the use of the English language natural and interesting. As it follows a particular order, it helps in adhering to pre-decided and the proper structure of the English language. Collocations help in beautifying the language. Make better use of words or group of words by presenting it in better form. Okay? It enhances the use of language and thereby comparatively less to innovation of English language. So collocations will definitely help in beautifying your language, whether it's research papers or whatever it is. Collocations will definitely help you to enhance your creative thinking, creative writing. More examples of collocation are deep feeling, strong smell, heavy traffic, neat and tidy, crystal clear. So all these are collocations which you can use. Okay, more about it. You can, maybe lots of materials are available for collocations. You can just go through it. It will definitely help you a lot when you are writing. Collocations can greatly help even in research papers. It enhances the beauty of research through strong words. Okay, so make good use of collocations. See, use contractions. English speakers, they use contractions. You are, I am, we are, they are, can't, didn't. Okay, a writing will sound stiff and formal without them. Now look at the example. I am sure you are able to deliver the quality of work we are looking for. Let us discuss it in our meeting next week. This is written without contraction. Now you see how with contraction the sentence is formed. Now see the same sentence with contraction. It makes it look less chuffy. Okay. See, I am sure. See how they have used the contraction. This word. I am sure you can deliver the quality of work we are looking for. Let's talk about it in our meeting next week. Okay. So you could see the difference between the two sentences without using contractions and with using contractions. A lot of difference you can find will help you to make your writing look less stuffy. Okay. Read it out loud. Whatever is the piece of writing you make, try to read it out loud. Speaking of flow, reading the writing aloud can help determine whether it flows smoothly. See, even when you have written in the notebook, whatever you have written, you try to read it out loud. Okay, maybe stand in front of the mirror or whatever it is, or looking in the notebook, read it out loud. Whatever you have written, if you read it out loud, it will help you to notice your mistake. Okay, if it sounds choppy and clipped, add a few longer sentences to break up that steady monotonous beat. Okay, if the writing is found stumbling over parts, it is probably that it has overly complex sentence that needs rewriting. Okay, so maybe if your writing is found stumbling over parts, it is because you may have to rewrite that sentence. So only when you read it out loud, you will notice what changes need to be made in your writing. Okay, it is always recommended to reading out the work loud because it works. It definitely works. Okay. Sharpen your reading skills. See, the best way to improve your writing as fast as you can is by reading extensively. Definitely, when you read extensively, it can have an impact on your writing skills. Read newspapers to see how the sentences are framed. Read newspapers or novels or short story books to see how the sentences are framed. See, many people, what they do, they just take the grammar books and they start working out on the exercises, and they think that by working on the grammar exercises, they can write better. No, absolutely wrong. Learning grammar in isolation will definitely not help. You have to know how to use that particular grammar word in the sentence. Only then it will help. Otherwise, it will definitely not help you. Learning grammar in isolation will definitely not help. I'm repeating it again. Okay. So please see that you read along with your training in grammar. See that you read also from newspapers or books or articles or whatever it is. Okay. Then you can even, it would be difficult to at first to understand the sentence structures given in newspapers, but don't stop. Just be reading and make it a habit. See, actually, it would be difficult. Normally, when people take the newspaper, they will feel bored to read from the first page to the last page. Don't try it that way. If you are very much interested in reading about your favorite actor or your favorite sportsman, go to the last page of the newspaper. Okay, go to the entertainment column, read out what is written about your favorite actor. It's all written in English only, right? So you can start with that and then come back to the first page. Okay, even if you don't understand a few words, sentences, don't stop your reading habit. Just be reading right from first to last. If you be reading continuously, automatically you will understand what it is about somehow or the other. Okay, like how I told you previously that if you sit in the cinema hall, even if you don't understand, you sit and watch patiently, and by the end of the third hour, you will definitely understand what the movie is all about, right? The same way goes for reading also. Please follow that. You can even get short story books or comics that are available in the market to read every day. Okay, you can even get short story books or comics which are available in the market. There are plenty and plenty of storybooks, comics available in the market. You can take it and you can read. It is both entertaining, pleasure, as well as it can improve your writing skills also. See, comics will definitely help because it will help you to speak also, because the dialogues will be written in boxes and you will be knowing how to use when you're speaking. Okay. Then grammar books of various levels are also available in the market. Buy some to work on the exercises. So lots of grammar books of various levels are available in the market. So you can get some to work on the exercises. See, if you have a library in your neighborhood, you're most lucky. Make you good use of the library, which is very near to your residence. Okay, go there regularly, get some books, whichever Don't immediately go and get a big book just because you want to show off. Start with a small book. Slowly and steadily, you can go for books which are written by great authors. Okay. Over time, you will understand that this reading habit has a great impact on your writing ability. When you be reading, no, automatically you will find that it has a very big impact on your writing ability. The third and fourth and fifth page, when you write in that notebook, you will find a lot of changes in your writing skills because you are reading also. Side by side, you're reading and you're writing also. Okay, so it will definitely have a very big impact. You will notice that your style of writing has improved from worse to better and from better to best. Surely, please try. Now, what does good writing bring? What does good writing bring? If you're skilled at writing, you will find tremendous opportunities for your growth. You can write letters, frame your own reports without having to depend on anyone. You can create your own blog, write, opine on creative ideas, thoughts in social media, and have a big fan following you. You can frame your own speech ideas and present well in front of the mass audience. You can write it before and you can also practice it to present well in front of the mass audience. Okay? Then you can also play the role of an editor, content writer, as it is much in demand nowadays. Okay? You can also help people who have difficulty in writing and so on. Since most of the workplace environment lack efficient writers, it can be taken as a wider opportunity to prove your writing skills. So, if you are going to become good writers, definitely this is the impact it's going to bring. Okay, you will definitely see that, you will find that you are going to a very big position in your career. Okay, because many organizations, many workplaces, they lack efficient writers, and if you are going to practice your writing skills well, definitely you will be much in demand. Okay, so this is what good writing brings. Practice to impress. See, the ultimate way to make writing better is to learn what weakens it in the first place. You have to understand what is weakening your writing and then setting the mind to fixing it. You have to fix your mind that you have to correct it and eventually preventing, and you have to prevent it in the next works which you produce, the glitches. Okay, the more one writes, edits and proofreads, the better she can get at it. So again and again I'm telling you, before you release your work, read, edit, proofread, give it to somebody else to check whether it's good, and then you release it. As I told you earlier, when you speak, you can just smile and you can adjust, but in writing, all you have are just words. Okay, so you have to practice well so that you can impress everyone. Final note, practice makes you perfect. So practice every day. You have the amazing ability to become a great writer. Discover it. With focus and determination, writing becomes an easy job. So focus. More important is your enthusiasm to learn. Never give up. Good writing helps you to get incredible opportunities you will be proud of. Grab it to grow. So all these things, if you definitely keep in mind, no one can stop you from becoming excellent writers. Thank you. All the best for you people.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your excellent, powerful presentation.
One second.
It will
come back. Before closing this thing, I want to show you another video where we think that we don't have the ability to write or we don't have the ability to speak. Not like that. This video will help you to realize what an amazing person you are. Okay, So just see this video. You're not able to. 1 minute, 1 minute. I'm sorry. 1 minute. Let me share my screen. 1 second. Uh, Okay. So thank you, dear audience participant. 1 minute, please. 1 minute.
Thank you, participants, for your cooperation and support throughout my presentation. If you have any questions, you can ask me through the chat box. I'll definitely answer.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your excellent presentation. It is a power-packed presentation today. I request all the participants to post your questions in the chat box so that we can take few questions.
See, actually, one person had asked how to write research papers. Actually, the same way, see, what you have to do is you have to read a lot of papers which are related to your subject. Whatever it is, you have to show it only through your reading skills. Okay, only when you read, you can make an impact in your writing. Okay, so then regarding grammar, uh, one participant has asked me about grammar. See, when it comes to grammar, actually, what I told you is grammar, reading grammar in isolation will definitely not help you. Okay, you have to read a lot of books, newspapers to see how the words are framed, how the sentences are framed, how the prepositions are used in the sentence, how subject and verb agree with one another in the sentence. All these things, only when you see, you will be able to develop your writing skills. Just by taking grammar books and working on the exercises will definitely not help you. Okay, please have that in mind. Okay, along with working out on the grammar exercises, you have to read good books. Okay, maybe you can start with small story books. If you look at a lot of film directors and all, no, they will have lots and lots of books. Only by reading those books, they will be able to frame excellent stories. That is why those directors are very successful. Okay, it's like that. Any other question, please?
Dear participants, if you have any other questions, you can post it in the chat box so that we can take 1 or 2 questions before we wind up the session.
I hope you all have gained good inputs from your from this presentation. I'm really confident that you will all follow what I have told you so far and become amazing writers. All the best for you, dear participants.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your powerful presentation. Now I call upon our Dean, Dr. Jasmine P. Vanilla, ma'am, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Arun sir. Thank you, Dr. Harshini ma'am, for a wonderful presentation. It gave clear insight into the art of writing, like the writing process cycle and how to develop a unique style of writing and to bring out the writer in each one of us. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
I thank all the participants for your active participation in today's session. We will meet you all again in another interesting technical session tomorrow at the same time. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, dear participants. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you once again. It gives me immense pleasure to thank all the participants who joined us for the 4th day of faculty development program. The feedback link is posted in the chat box. I request all the participants to fill the feedback form.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.